This is my he is doing it testimony. So 2024, I was on a retreat. I was on a retreat to Mount Carmel Ifewara, and we had just finished a prayer session, right? And I went with a very, very, very heavy heart because of some things that have been happening and going on, right? And I just wanted to go and just pour, when you just want to go and just pour out, express yourself and all. And but I couldn't to some extent because I was also a bit conscious of everybody being around and all. But now it was rest time for a bit, and I was going to take the rest. I was strolling to the lodge back. I was strolling to the lodge, and I just picked up my phone and I started recording myself, right, talking to God, and then talking about how heavy I was feeling, but at the same time, I still have to stand before people and minister. God will still speak to me about the things that He said to do, all the promises, all the sound that He has released to me to release to the world. And I'm like, where's the resource, right? And then needed my own testimony. I needed God to answer me for a lot of things, but it looked like sounds were coming, right? But my testimony was not yet here. And I picked up my phone, recording all of those things that I was saying, right? And I started crying, and I started singing this song, right? I started singing this song. He's doing it. Like the song came. So imagine in the middle of everything that was happening that I was trying to express to God, and I was receiving another song, right? I was receiving another song. I was worried about how I was going to carry out those songs that God had given to me right before now. Before this, He is doing it. I was worried about how the resources will come. I lost my house, right? It was one of the houses that the government were breaking down around, as at that time. I just came back and I met that my house was broken. But I was not notified. I think my landlord had been notified, but as usual, she said that it's a routine that government will say it and then they won't do it. So they've been doing that for years. And I was left like that. I was thinking about the fact that I had to get my things out of the house, both the ones that had smashed with the blocks and everything. And then I met some boys there and some women there. And they were like, some people wanted to pick some of my things and they were like, she's a good person, right? So they can't allow people take my stuff. So they stayed there till I go back and started getting my things together. I had to call through to a couple of friends and we were able to get a driver at about past 11 p.m. to come and pack my stuff from the house. And the next day was a friend's wedding, a very close friend's wedding. I couldn't tell them, right, what had happened. My sister came down, helped me do my makeup, and I went for the wedding. The wedding was like a couple of days, and I went for every of the wedding, smiling, happy, and all of that. And I get back to the friend's house that I dropped my things at. I'm wailing again, and I'm trusting God again, and I'm still prophesying over people. People are still reaching out to me like they have weddings, and I'm still telling them and all of that. And then I decided to like, take a break. I called a friend of mine and she told me that her family house in Abeokuta was available for me to go. She wanted to send me tea fare to go there. And then I traveled there and I called a friend of mine just called me and he asked me what was going on with me. And then I said this was what was going on. It was in the midnight. And this friend of mine just started prophesying over me. Started prophesying over me, middle of the night. And I was at first, I'm not even going to lie, what was in my head was I just need God to sort this thing out. A lot of prophecies have come, right? They haven't come to the fulfillment. I know that we are prophets. I always say, but this time now, it was time for me to live by it. It was so hard. right? And he kept prophesying. And he ended the call with, let me be the first person to be a blessing to you in this season. And he sent me part of the money for my rent. A new rent now because I was going to look for a new house, right? But coming back. And immediately he had finished prophesying and everything. He just said, I need to get back to my assignment. That was what he said. Drop the call. I immediately dropped the call. I'd been in Abeokuta for a week, right? And the next thing that I heard in my head was pick your bags and move. That was all I needed that night. I came back to Lagos with the help of a friend who started looking for a house. Started looking for a house, trying to get the house and everything. You know how it can be in Lagos, but thank God help us. We got the house. I got friends supporting one thing or the other. I got a house. And I was like, okay, God, I'm ready. I don't care about anything else. I want to actually do these songs that you have given to me, right? And then we started raising funds. We got funds, got support and everything. So people will be hearing this for the first time, but I also now trusted the funds and the care of a few people so that I'm able to concentrate. And the money was used for something else that had nothing to do with me. I was broken, I was hurt, I was disappointed, I was angry. But I couldn't help not loving the people that had done this thing. Like I literally was broken. The question I could ask was, did I do anything wrong committing these funds? Then my dad felt ill. I had to pause my life, literally travel back. It made me feel like I was unserious. Made me feel like I wasn't ready for the assignment that God had given me. Like everything just kept pushing me from different sides. I kept trusting God and all. Like I traveled home, and then I realized that my dad couldn't talk. He had partial stroke, and like he literally had to be fed. He had to try to write anything he wanted to say to me. And then he had to travel for treatment as well. But in the midst of everything I could hear in my head was, God is good. There was a time, I don't know if people were seeing it, a lot of people were seeing my status or my posts every single day. I just kept saying, God is good. And I'll tell myself that He's doing it. He was giving me resources for production for the sound that He has given me. He was giving me my choice home. I kept declaring it that He's giving me my partner, because I told my friend, I said, this was the time that I understood what it meant to actually have your own soulmate that you can rest on. It's different. It's different when you're calling your friends, and it's different when you're calling your partner, right? And then I had friends that would send me funds because I wasn't working. I was just having to tend to home. I had friends that would support me funds. There was even a time that I had to call one of my friends that I'm grateful for funds to take my baby sister out for Children's Day, because it was a couple of months, right? I started getting tired and frustrated that he had to be moved. He requested that I should allow them move him. Long and short, God told me to call my dad on video call. I didn't know that was the last time I was going to see him alive. I had a video call. I saw him. And my baby sister too, because she was sitting beside me. And then the next day, I heard that she was gone. I couldn't explain how I felt, but I still knew that I felt the burden of the assignment. But I was angry. You know, when you're angry that you pray for people, you trust God with people, and then God hears, and then He's answering. And you're waiting, you're trusting God. So for me, it's still in the place of trusting, because I'm still trusting Him for every project that I have coming. I still trust Him for my partner. I still trust Him for my business. I still trust Him for perfect peace. I still trust Him because He's my Father. I still trust Him because I tried messing up. I'm not even going to lie. But it didn't work because I could not. He did not even allow me mess up. So this is me affirming again that He's doing it. Because He is. That's why we're here. And that's why the song is out. He's doing it.